Hi, this is Frederick Harron from the world of creativity. I am in Malaysia and we are going to learn what can we learn about creativity from a central bank.
I'm Seti Aziz. I was the governor of the Central Bank of Malaysia for 16 years. I've seen 3 major financial crises during my career lifetime. The first one was in the UK. It was the European ERM crisis. And then the second one was the Asian financial crisis. And then the third one is the crisis in the developed world in 2008-2009. It was referred to as the global financial crisis, but many of the emerging world in other parts of the world, and in particular in Asia, we felt the effects of the crisis, but we were never disrupted and destabilized, so we were never in a crisis. So we kept the acronym GFC, and it refers to the Great Financial Crisis.
I love that. So, what can we learn about creativity from a central bank?
The world is highly dynamic and interconnected, and therefore you cannot apply yourselves in a very rigid system. You have to be creative and sometimes even pragmatic. And because the problems change and the issues change, the imminent risks that appear on the horizon change, and therefore you really need to be able to be creative about how you're going to respond.
And tell me about the program that you're doing. You're doing the first ever Masters for Central Bankers.
Yes, this is very important for us because when we set up in collaboration with MIT Sloan, the Central Bank of Malaysia, partnered to form the Asia School of Business. People ask, why do you want to create a business school when the space is already crowded? And we said we are going to be distinctive and differentiated. And we really thought of how this is going to be so different. We're going to be so innovative and creative about how we're offering. And now we have more than 100 students from 70% of them are from all over the world, both the developed, emerging and developing countries. And we've made a lot of success. Poets and Quartz described us as the most innovative business school in the world.
And basically, so this, if I understood it correctly, it's a bunch of people from central banks from all over the world coming together to learn from each other.
This is the second program that we're going to introduce, and this is the Masters in Central Banking. And this will be capacity building, developing new capabilities for central banks, which need to reinvent themselves and have this new capability, because the challenges that we have to manage is going to be enormous and changing over time with digitalization, with new product offerings occurring in the horizon, new risks that are highly damaging and destabilizing. And so we need to be in a state of readiness, in a state of preparedness, and that's why we felt that this is an important program. And so we've taken the best from MIT Sloan. We've leveraged on our network of central bankers and former central bankers who have agreed to teach and share their experience in dealing with many of the issues that they encountered during their career at central banks. And that is the other valuable part of it, because during my time, there were no programs. Actually, I never benefited from attending programs, but I learned from other central bankers by attending meetings with other central banks. And the central banking community is a great community that is very cohesive, because we have nobody to turn to actually except each other. Our Masters in Central Banking will bring together these leaders or potential leaders in central bank that we want to bring together, and they will be the future leaders in central banking. So in central banking, we need to collaborate more, and therefore we need to build the network. And what we need to do is find other lookalikes, and this is where we will find value. We will recognize each other straight away because we see it in ourselves in them.
There you go. So that's the lesson. Look
Yes.
for lookalikes.
Exactly.